My name's Jeff Hinchcliffe, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at H&H Automotive.
I'm Steve Hinchcliffe, I'm President and CEO. Our company started over 80 years ago, back in 1930, right in the middle of the Depression. We were originally a Chevrolet dealer in South Omaha.
So a lot of people always ask us what H&H really means, and our last name is Hinchcliffe, but actually H&H originally wasn't Hinchcliffe and Hinchcliffe. So the story actually starts before 1930. My great-grandfather, Augie Hinchcliffe, was a mechanic and decided he wanted to try out the selling car thing that was starting to get a little bit popular back then, and had an opportunity to purchase a Chevrolet store and then what was South Omaha, and found a business partner by the name of Joseph Haney.
The credo, if you will, the advertising tagline, but really was the way they ran the business back in 1930 to 41, was buddies in business. That was Augie and Joe. It was kind of the small town feel, even though it was still close to Omaha.
So Augie and Joseph were partners for about 11 years. And a little bit later down the road, his oldest son, Bob, and youngest son, Bill, started working in the business. Bill's my grandfather, Steve's father, and them two ran the store together 50-50 for quite a long time. They're the ones who in 1968, 1969 moved the Chevy store from South Omaha to 84th and L Street location.
So I started working at the dealership when I was 14. My first job was cutting the grass and picking up cigarette butts, and started full-time in 1977, and have done just about every job that you could imagine in a car dealership, and maybe a few you can't imagine anymore. So one of the things that I learned was that, well, let's just be frank, Jeff started at the top. Had just immediately was the boss, and
Give me a coffee here.
So ironically, Jeff started in the business at 14 also. I guess the bottom-up thing kind of works for our family.
I still remember my mom taking me to the dealership in the morning to work and picking me up in the afternoon. But I started in our parts warehouse, actually helping stock parts and moving parts to the technicians, and did lots of different roles through high school and college. I don't think I really knew anything any different, right? It was just kind of what our family had always done and what I always had wanted to do. And
for me, the car business started at 5 or 6, or I can't imagine doing anything else. That's what I always wanted to do. I think what we see is a uniqueness almost. Generational businesses today are very, very few and far between. So there's a certain value or synergy that comes out of owning more than one dealership, more than one brand. It has value to our customers and to our associates. But there's a negative of having too many. So there's somewhere in there is a sweet spot. Offer the brands that can give great exposure to our employees and to our customers, many choices, but not too many that we start acting like a great big corporation. Every business has a choice. We have lots of choices, actually. One of the choices a business has is how are customers going to be treated.
that all boils back to trust. And in today's age, we're very used to people saying one thing and doing something different or not doing it at all.
We've adopted over the years a model maybe different than a lot of other dealerships. Our model more is long-term. Maybe that it's shaped by the fact that we've been in business since 1930. But our model is basically set up that fair and really great treatment in the sales process earns us a chance to have that same customer come back into our service department, and maybe down the road we can have the chance to offer that customer another sales experience that is as good or better than the one they had before. And to us, that's the key to this.